The interview. Am I just a shadow you drew? Am I just a ghost you never knew? Am I only a dream in your mind? Why were you so unkind? If I am only a nightmare of your sleepless night, I am lost in your world of terror and fright. Am I just a shadow you drew? Today's special guest is particularly special to me. She is my best friend and worst enemy. She is the creator of the Magicians series, and I, as you may or may not know, am a magician, said Dr. Blake Alexander, the host of the Blake Report talk show, where the interview was with the author, a woman from another universe in the multiverse. I got the superhero Blue Midnight to fetch her for the interview from her world, in the multiverse, said Blake, who was secretly Blue Midnight. Come on, Rachel, said Blake, gesturing to the guest who came on stage nervously. She was not nervous about the audience. She had been a thespian in her old days. She was nervous about meeting her favorite character, Blake, in person and finding out he was real. Hello, Rachel, said Blake, showing her to a seat and sitting in his chair. The portly woman sat down, smiling charmingly. Hello, Blake, I can hardly believe I'm talking to you, said the author. Join the club, said Blake, chuckling. Rachel laughed. It was a big surprise finding out I wasn't real from my son Lance. He met you sleeping and found out about you and us. Blake realized it sounded wrong. Rachel frowned. Lance ran on stage from the audience, looking daggers at his dad. Down boy, sorry that came out wrong, said Blake awkwardly. I'll explain what happened, Lance said. Okay, pull up a chair, boy, said Blake. Lance did. Rachel looked curiously and nervously at Lance. She knew he was a dangerous killer. I was having a bad day, like today. Then I was late for work. I tried to travel in time and I accidentally traveled into another universe. In this universe, the magicians were just a story. Written by this lady, said Lance, who pointed at the lady, and said everything to do with the world was familiar yet strange. I went to a library and Googled us and found out the magicians were created by a prolific and obscure local writer. I teleported to her when I couldn't find her in the local phone book. I appeared on her doorstep. Looking in the window, I saw a big couch and two hands typing on a computer. She seemed unaware I was there, and I was freaking out. I left as quickly as I could but came back later. She was sleeping. Alone. I asked her why she was so mean to her characters. She mumbled back, she just let the words come out and write themselves. I asked her where she came up with her characters. She replied slowly, bit by bit, over 30 years of writing they came to life. Then I got sucked into an interdimensional portal. I saw her wake up. She looked very scared. I was asked by Tempest, my brother the timekeeper, what I saw. I told him. Some things are best not spoken of. Sorry, but your world is a nightmare, Rachel. It's not that bad, said Rachel. Oh, I thought it must be bad to inspire our world, said Lance. I have used real events to inspire me on the odd occasion. Other times it's contest prompts on the poetry site I'm on, Rachel said. Oh, nice, said Blake, smiling. The author knew he was just being polite. It was either over his head or not interesting, so she went silent. Now, to lighten the moment, I shall sing a song you wrote about your meeting with Lance, said Blake, standing up and walking to a small stage with a standing microphone. Am I just a shadow you drew? Am I just a ghost you never knew? Am I only a dream in your mind? Why were you so unkind? If I am only a nightmare of your sleepless night, I am lost in your world of terror and fright. Am I just a shadow you drew? Sang Blake with his ethereal tenor voice, which would have been appreciated more if not for the barbed words. It hurt Rachel lots. She felt guilty for treating her characters so cruelly, and she felt she deserved it. She smiled shallowly when Blake asked her how he sounded and lied, saying she loved the song, and he sounded good. Actually, she suspected he meant every word he sang with passion. A tear betrayed her true feelings. Blake looked serious and apologized for the song choice. He said he sang it because he liked it, not to hurt her. She smiled and lied again, saying it was all right. He knew she was still upset as a mind reader, but he let it ride as they were on stage with an audience. That was Rachel Lawson, my creator, said Blake sadly. Turning to Lance, he said, take her off stage with you when you go, boy. Are we going? Asked Lance. Yes, said Blake, talk later Rachel. Lance led her backstage. Blake watched them till they disappeared and sighed sadly.
Just a shadow you drew. Just a shadow you drew. Am I just a shadow you drew? Am I just a ghost you never knew? Am I only a dream in your mind? Why were you so unkind? I am only a nightmare of your sleepless night. I am lost in your world of terror and fright. Am I just a shadow you drew? Am I just a shadow you drew? Am I just a ghost you never knew? Just a shadow you drew.